Good afternoon. I'm Shawn Yao, and this is One News Now. Presidential aspirant and Senator Bongo leads the inauguration of a Malasakit Center in Malabon City. For the details, let's get out to Mean Los Baños, who joins us live from on the ground. Hi, Mean. Tell us more about what happened there today.
Hi, Sean. Good afternoon. Yes, Senator Bongo came here in Malabon with TV host Willie Revillame to unveil the 149th Malasakit Center. Revillame said he is backing Go for President and Mayor Sara Duterte for Vice President. Go and Revillame arrived at San Lorenzo Ruiz General Hospital at past 12 this afternoon. Aside from unveiling a Malasakit Center, they also distributed some help. They also raffled some 20 bicycles and several pairs of shoes for residents. Revillame said he will give 100,000 pesos each for 15 patients admitted in the hospital. Meanwhile, Go said he would want Sara Duterte to be his running mate. He said he reached out to Sara before for his VP bid and is willing to do it again. Revillame said for his part, he was able to talk to President Duterte and Mayor Sara separately. He said he plans to reunite the family amid apparent issues. But Revillame said Sara told him over the phone that the issues are mainly just due to the being in different parties. Revillame also said that the president thanked him for attempting to help. Meanwhile, Sean, for now, since Go has no running mate yet, at least for a vice presidential candidate, who will be going around the country alone. Sean?
Right, thank you so much for that update and stay safe out there. Mean Los Baños reporting to us live from Malabon City. President Duterte has denied being controlled by his longtime aide and Senator Bongo. This is contrary to the claim of former NTF-LCAC spokesperson Antonio Parlade. In his taped address, Duterte said his former assistant does not control anybody and is only present in meetings as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Health. Senator Go recently withdrew his candidacy for vice president to run for higher office in next year's polls.
He does not control anybody. He does not control me. He is here to do his duty. Na may matanungan tayo kaagad.
Meanwhile, Parlade, who is also a presidential candidate, told One News' The Chiefs that he has already relayed his concerns to Senator Go. However, Duterte Parlade refused to explain what these concerns were about.
Si Senator Bongo at times, parang siya na yung pinapaubayan ng presidente o this matters involving the armed forces, parang ganyan. So that is my personal observation. I have basis for that, but like I said, okay na yun, nag-usap na kami.
We'll be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. Yes. Greg? You're back on One News Now. I'm Shawn Yao. Health workers will soon receive their booster shots starting tomorrow, Wednesday, November 17. To tell us more, Greg Gregorio joins us live from Mandaluyong City. Hi, Greg. Which vaccines will be given to health workers as boosters?
Sean, based on the latest advisory of the Department of Health, Pfizer doses as well as Moderna and Sinovac doses may be given as booster shots for healthcare workers who have been fully vaccinated already in our COVID-19 vaccination program. Sean?
All right, is there a specific timeline that must be followed when administering these booster shots? Greg, can you explain, after healthcare workers, will we still be following the rollout as it happened with the priority groups, A1, A2, and so on?
Sean, as to the timeline, we've talked to the vaccine expert panel, and according to Dr. Ron Solante, what they recommend is that booster shots may only be given to healthcare workers who have been fully vaccinated at least 6 months ago, because Dr. Ron Solante explained that the data of booster rollouts abroad were only done with at least 6 months interval from the primary vaccination series of an individual. Thus, they recommend the same for the booster rollout in the country. But then again, this is just their recommendation, and the final guidelines is yet to be released by the Department of Health and the National Vaccine Operations Center. And as to the expansion of the booster rollout in other sectors, that is the goal as what have been stated by officials, but as of now, the healthcare workers is the only sector that may receive the booster shots starting tomorrow. Sean?
Right, so the rollout will be starting tomorrow. The last time that they rolled out vaccines for health workers, Greg, they conducted these within the hospitals or hospital facilities. Will the same be going to happen starting tomorrow?
Sean, we are not yet sure if the same would happen, or if vaccination sites in various identified vaccination areas of LGUs will also be utilized for this booster rollout, because we are still waiting for the final guidelines, which, according to the Department of Health, will be issued or will be released within the day. Sean?
Right, so we do expect it within today, because that's already going to start tomorrow. Now, Greg, what considerations were made by the authorities in selecting the brands of vaccines that will be given or administered to health workers?
Sean, the primary consideration was the amended emergency use authorization of various vaccines as applied to the Food and Drug Administration. But apart from that, we are still waiting as to what vaccines may be used to an individual who have received a particular vaccine. Because when we've talked to the NITAG recently, or the National Immunization Technical Advisory Group, their recommendation is just homologous booster rollout, meaning the booster dose for an individual must be the same brand of the vaccines that he or she has received during his or her primary vaccination series. But if we are going to ask the vaccine experts panel, their recommendation is that Pfizer and Moderna, or the mRNA vaccines, may be given as booster shots to all healthcare workers, regardless of the brand that they've received during their primary vaccination series. But then again, these are just recommendations, and the Department of Health, as well as the NVOC, is yet to release the final guidelines for what brand of booster dose may be given to a certain individual. Sean?
All right, and for the rest of the groups outside of healthcare workers, when can we start, or when are we expecting vaccinations or booster vaccinations to start?
Sean, as of now, there is no clear timeline stated by the government or even the Department of Health. But from the latest talk to the people, Food and Drug Administration Director General Eric Domingo only mentioned that our target is to roll out booster doses to healthcare workers as soon as possible, while our cases are still at low numbers, and while our hospitals and healthcare workers are not overwhelmed or preoccupied with cases. This is also in preparation, maybe for the future situation in the country, as we are still under a pandemic. Sean?
All right, thank you. Looks like a lot of things still to be sorted out today. Thank you so much for that update. Greg Gregorio joining us live from Mandaluyong City. Thank you, Greg. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Face shields will no longer be required in areas under alert levels 1, 2, and 3. However, it will remain mandatory in areas under alert level 5. For areas under alert level 4, LGUs and establishments are given the discretion of implementing their own face shield policies. President Duterte has appointed Court Administrator Jose Maidas Marquez as Supreme Court Associate Justice. Marquez will be replacing Justice Edgardo de los Santos. The Education Department welcomes the successful turnout on the first day of pilot face-to-face classes. 97 out of 100 schools chosen for the pilot run were able to hold limited in-person classes on Monday. The agency is now looking to expand the pilot implementation to accommodate more schools. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.